till it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care. You guys want me to throw it to you right now?
Yep.
Okay. Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
And welcome back into Northland High School. Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed with you, along with in-studio producer Janelle Tucker. Is Janelle keeping you up to date with all those weather-related announcements for tomorrow? As we could tell on the way down here tonight, Roger, that things weren't too bad coming this way, but up north and right around the Manchester area, of course, everything definitely has that possibility of getting to be bad tonight and through tomorrow. So schools keeping it safe tonight or tomorrow and trying to keep the kids out of school for a couple hours as we're underway here, as we've got North Linn taking on Cascade here in this third duel of the night. And quickly, we're starting at weight class 138. And two guys got Roush going for North Linn. And he's out with a quick takedown here as we get his opponent for you here.
Jamie, North Linn moved Roush up to 145, so Cascade took a forfeit at 138. Roush is wrestling 145, and this would be one of the Hoffmans. This would be Cole Hoffman, Kane Hoffman for Cascade, took a forfeit at 138. Cole Hoffman now is wrestling Roush. And Roush came right out with a nice double leg takedown and lifted Hoffman up off the mat, back trip, and took him down for a very easy 2-point takedown. And Hoffman came right back to his feet with a 1-point escape. And we're going back to neutral right here as Hoffman has woken up just a little bit here. Roush was very quick on that nice double, tapped the head, got in deep, and then kept his legs driving. Got his head to the outside and just dumped Hoffman to the mat for a 2-point takedown. That was just picture perfect. But a very, very nice stand-up by Hoffman. This is one of the Hoffman brothers here. We've got Cole Hoffman. This would be Cole Hoffman.
Cole, yep.
He's a junior, and Kane Hoffman is a sophomore for the Cascade Cougars. And Coach Andrews there at Cascade. I was going to say, Jamie, on the way down we had a Tri-Rivers trifecta, but this is a cross-conference dual meet tonight here with River Valley. River Valley opponents Cascade and Drake going at it, and a Tri-Rivers North Linn now taking on Cascade. High crotch attempt by Roush. He's in deep. He didn't finish it. A nice down block by Hoffman. Now a double by Roush. Cuts across to a single. He's going to try to pull that right leg of Hoffman under, and he does. Covers the hips, picks up a 2-point takedown just as time's going to expire here, short time. And, Jamie, that was the difference between that shot and the first one is he didn't finish. He was in deep on that, and he stopped his motion. That shot, he finished his motion.
And he did, and he kept moving. Like you said, he started out in a double leg and switched over to that single leg and kept moving, kept that motion moving forward, and enough to pick up his second takedown of the match as he goes up 4-1. Another quick announcement here from the station as Western Dubuque now on a 2-hour delay for tomorrow. So Western Dubuque is with a 2-hour delay tomorrow as well, adding to that list.
And that list will grow as the weather continues, as the wind continues to pick up and blows that fluffy white snow around. Well, it's going to be Cascade's choice. Hoffman's choice is going to defer over to Roush. And Roush is going to, actually it was Roush's choice, deferred over to Hoffman. Hoffman took down and Roush just let him up. So right now our score is 4-1 in favor of Ethan Roush from North Linn. Roush has been in on a lot of shots. Hoffman has yet to take an offensive shot. There's a headlock attempt by Hoffman. He doesn't pull Roush's head under with it. Roush is going to counter the headlock, and he ends up throwing Hoffman to his left side. Half Nelson now by Roush. He's going to drive Hoffman to his back. He's going to scoop the right arm of Hoffman. Jamie, this looks like an easy pinning position for Roush. He let the half Nelson go. Now he's wrapped around Hoffman. Hoffman's going to roll out of this. Boy, Roush had the opportunity to keep that half Nelson and to scoop the arm, and he let the half Nelson go, and that made it easy for Hoffman to roll back to his stomach.
Well, and it, like you said, it would have been easy had he stayed teed out and went to that half Nelson, teed out, got his toes off on the mat. But I tell you what, he went to that double spur ride and tried to jump over top, and he lost the pinning combination before it. But he does go up 8-1 here as his third takedown of the match, plus a 2-point near fall. makes it 8-1 in favor of Ethan Roush.
Boy, we're just waiting for him to toss Hoffman to his back and end this thing. But Hoffman did a nice job fighting off his back and scoring, not scoring any points, but not giving up the 6. Hoffman's going to go down. There's a stand up. He's going to hip heist. He's going to turn and face Roush and pick up a 2-point reversal. Nice series of movements from Hoffman from Cascade there. Did a nice job with the stand up, sit out, turn in. Great combination series wrestling by Cole Hoffman. He's the junior. Now a sit out, turn in to a switch by Roush. He's going to cover the hips of Hoffman and pick up a 2-point reversal in short time. He's going to get the 2 points back. It's 10-3 now. We're going to the third period, and it's going to be Hoffman's choice. He's going to choose down. So he's going to take his chances going down underneath Roush. Going to get a caution against Roush as he kind of started with a tight waist there before the second set. So our official here is going to caution Roush. There's that inside stand-up by Hoffman. Quickly gets to his feet. Snapback attempt by Roush. Sit out, turn in now by Hoffman. Hoffman's going to face Roush. Roush now trying to lock up a front headlock on Hoffman. Hoffman's going to back out and pick a 1-point escape. Score now is 10-4. We're back to neutral position. Hoffman takes a peek at the clock. And we're going to neutral here with about 1:35 left to go. We got to bend our neck around. We're on the left mat here. I think it's the north side of this gym here. And they've got the north clock going. Nice high crotch shot by Roush in deep. Cuts across to a double. Covers the hips of Hoffman. Takes Hoffman down to the mat. Picks up 2. Now he's climbing the body, trying to set up an inside wrist with a minute left to go in the third period. Again, weight class 145 here. Cascade up 6-0, courtesy of a forfeit to Kane Hoffman at weight class 138. So brother Cole Hoffman trying to put the Cougars back up on the board to extend their lead. Not going to get it. Short sit by Hoffman. Snap back by Roush. He picks up 2, making the score now. Jamie is at 12. 14-4. So Roush working on a major decision with 30 seconds left to go in this. 30 seconds left to go in this match, the second match of the evening. We're going to have about 9 matches here in this duel as we get some wrestlers being able to match up here. Sit out, turn in, stand up again by Hoffman. Picks up 1. It's 14-5. Again, if you're Ethan Roush, you don't want to give up a takedown here. That would take the major away. You want to keep wrestling here with short time left. Hoffman trying to measure Roush. Roush dives in on a single. Scoops that right knee of Hoffman. Now he's trying to cut the corner. Hoffman lunges off the edge of the mat. No points there. And Jamie, if you're Ethan Roush here, you can't give up 2 here. You want to keep that major decision for bonus points.
Yeah, you do. And maybe even go out and get your own. There it is. That's going to do it. 14-5 the final. So he's going to keep that major decision like you mentioned. But nice match there by Ethan Roush.
Yeah, did a great job moving, scoring takedowns, looked real tough on his feet. And, again, most of these wrestlers, their first match is coming off a Christmas break. And I think we're going to see Alex Waskow here for the Lynx take a forfeit at 152. And that's going to move us up to weight class 160. Yeah, we're going to have a match here, Jamie. At 152, this is going to be Alex Waskow taking on either Brian Baldwin or Zach Kurt. You know, you're Brian Baldwin. Okay, Baldwin is a sophomore for the Cougars, and Waskow is a sophomore. Waskow alternates between 145 and 152. Waskow, long and lanky, 152-pounder.
Our team scores 6-4 now in favor of Cascade as they took that forfeit to start this dual meet off at 138 pounds. A couple other score updates for you. West Delaware defeating Central DeWitt in their first duel in Manchester tonight, 56-12 the final in that one. And the Hawkeye men's basketball team, Iowa men's basketball team, falling to Michigan State tonight, 75-61 the final score in that one. Not another letdown in the second half for the Hawkeyes, but back to action here at North Linn as Cascade leading 6-4.
Yeah, Waskow dove in on a double and didn't finish it. He stopped his motion. That let Baldwin lock up a front headlock, and Waskow's going to back out of it, and we're going to go back to neutral. Baldwin is a sophomore 152-pounder for the Cougars, and Waskow 145-pounder bumps up, will bump up and wrestle 152 occasionally for Coach Bridgewater and the Lynx here. Again, Cascade in that River Valley Conference now. North Linn staying in the Tri-Rivers, so it's nice to see these cross-conference dual meets on occasion, and see a little bit different wrestling from each conference to conference. And it would have been nice to have Mac Valley here tonight, Jamie, to add into the festivities here. A few more matches that we would have been able to call, but we'll see them down the line. Nice double leg takedown by Baldwin. Got in deep. Got his hips underneath, lifted Waskow up off the mat, dropped him off to his left side, picked up a 2-point takedown. Now he's working on a power half Nelson. Waskow doing a great job controlling hands. Now regular half Nelson by Baldwin, and we're going to run out of clock this first period. Baldwin's going to take a 2-0 lead into the second period. Waskow's choice is going to defer over to Baldwin. And
we haven't even mentioned tonight that we got a new wrestling fan in the house with us tonight. As John Swisher in the house, taking in some high school wrestling tonight, as a little Class 1A wrestling for John tonight. As we might have him hooked. He might have to take over and do a little play-by-play for us by the end of the night.
Well, the rumor is, Jamie, before the season's over, you guys are going to flip-flop, and I'll have Swish as my partner, and your buddy Bill will have you as his partner, and that's going to be quite entertaining.
Bring it on.
We'll have to schedule that. That's in the works right now, so if you're out there listening a little bit, you want to pay attention to our schedule, and that's going to be a fun evening of basketball and a fun evening of wrestling. Well, Baldwin takes down to start the second period. Waskow doing a great job riding a tight waist, using those long levers to control the hips of Baldwin from Cascade. Baldwin has not moved from that referee's position, from that down position. And we're probably going to get a stalling call against Baldwin. And we've got blood by somebody. Not sure who it is. Our referee is looking. And it's blood time red, so that would be Baldwin. I didn't see Waskow throw a crossface there, Jamie, but obviously something happened there where Baldwin took a shot across the nose, so we're going to go to the blood corner and get that fixed. Jamie, coming up, we got a busy schedule. Saturday's going to be huge at Benton Community, and that's always one of the toughest meets of the year, and there will be several area schools there that you'll be following.
Absolutely, as we're going to be down there. They start that JV meet at 8 o'clock, and what we're going to do is we're going to start live updates and cut into Coach's Corner every once in a while and give a live update as the varsity starts. It'll start around 10 o'clock. They do 2 rounds of JV starting at 8 o'clock, and then we'll have some live updates on the tournament. Always area schools there. Independence, North Linn is usually there. I think they're still there this year. West Delaware. And so we'll be covering wrestlers from all 3 of those area schools down there at Van Horn on Saturday. You'll be attending a family function on Saturday and Sunday, so we'll scrounge up a color partner.
You'll do a fine
John
job.
Swisher Rolodex of color partners for Saturday.
That's exactly right. There's a sit-out turn-in by Baldwin. We're going to get a stalemate as he set out. Waskow dove in on a leg, and Baldwin was trying to stuff the head of Waskow and cut the corner, and our referee 2-0 in favor of Baldwin.
42 seconds.
42 seconds, thank you. Jamie's got a better view at the clock. It's 2-0 in favor of Baldwin on that 2-point takedown. Waskow working on a cradle, a far side cradle. I think he's got it locked up. Hand controlled by Baldwin, breaks the grip of Waskow. Now a side roll attempt by Baldwin, and he's going to try to hip heist, come to a sit-out turn-in and hip heist. Waskow does a nice job controlling those hips. Baldwin down underneath. Waskow doing a great job riding on top, and we're under 10 seconds left to go. If Waskow could come out of this period still down 2-0, he's got a shot at winning this. We're going to get a stalling call against Waskow with 3 seconds left for riding. I'm not sure if I like that call, as he was trying to set up some wrist control. Baldwin wasn't doing a whole lot underneath, and there's a stand-up with 3 seconds. Baldwin's going to pick up a 1-point escape.
And that's gonna get Coach Bridgewater on the edge of his seat, and now Wasco's kind of deciding what he wanted to do, and you could hear Coach Bridgewater yell down. You got to get up and get a 2-point takedown to try to tie this thing up as you start the third period. You're down 3-0, but Wasco immediately head down to the mat, and you can't do that here because you're gonna get thrown to your back. A half Nelson here by Baldwin.
And you're going to get pinned in about
4 minutes and 13 seconds. 4:13.
4:13. Wasco was wrestling a very, very good match there up until that point, Jamie. And we could see right there why he did not want to go underneath. As on the whistle, Baldwin just stuffed his head, slapped a half Nelson in, and once that half Nelson was in, it was right to his back, and that was it. So we're going to bump up the weight class 160. And we're going to have for North Linn in the lineup, we haven't seen Grady Cout.
Grady Cout.
Grady Cout, sorry about that. Grady Cout, he's a freshman. And he'll be taking on from Cascade, Zach Kurt. Cascade, Coach Andrews will move Zach Kurt. Brian Baldwin and Zach Kurt both weighed in at 152, but Zach Kurt will move up to 160. Kurt is a sophomore. And I'll tell you what, he's going right to work on Cout. He stuffs the head on Cout, trying to cut the corner with that front headlock. Cout's doing a nice job staying square, but Jamie, Cout's got to control that right elbow and let that right elbow go. And Kurt's going to try to cut the corner back to their feet. Kurt now with the single leg. He's got the right leg of Cout up, and he's got a back trip and pick up a 2-point takedown. Boy, that went from Grady Cout looking like he might be able to score 2 to Zach Kurt picking up the 2-point takedown. But right now, Northland's got some work to do on their feet.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're leading the takedown total, but that was all courtesy of Ethan Roush. He had 4 takedowns his own, and Northland leads the takedown tally 4-1. But really got to go to work here if you're Grady Cout. You just got to get up, get back to your feet, and work on your offense on your feet. Because, like you said, he was a couple seconds away from turning that into 2 points in his favor.
Well, Cascade's doing a great job of riding arms and controlling hips. Kurt right now is parallel to Cout, so we might get our official telling Kurt to get off to the side. I'll tell you what, Cout's got to work some hand control here. He's belly down again. Zach Kurt trying to set up a chicken wing on the left side. He's got it locked up. Now he's looking for a half Nelson. I'll tell you what, he lost the chicken wing. Nice job by Kurt to set up that chicken wing, but a nice job by Cout to get his arm back. And we've got 30 seconds left to go in the first period. And Zach Kurt parallel again, riding Grady Cout. And Jamie, our official, I think, is going to tell Kurt to get off to the side. I'll tell you what, Grady Cout got to keep his head up, or he's going to get half Nelson and thrown to his back.
And that's what we saw happen with Alex Wasco in that match before. He went down, got his head on the mat, and got turned over in a half Nelson. As just a second left to go here in this first period, 2-0 in favor of Zach Kurt. As Cascade leads the team score 12-4 right now, as they had a forfeit at 138. Ethan Roush with a 14-5 major decision at 145, and then Brian Baldwin with a fall in 4 minutes and 13 seconds over Alex Wasco at 152.
Well, we're going to start the second period. It's going to be Kurt's choice. He's going to defer over to Cout, and Cout's going to check the corner there. Coach Bridgewater says, of course, go neutral. Don't want to put you down underneath. There's a high crotch attempt by Cout. He doesn't take that outside step and cut the corner. Down block by Kurt. He's going to snap the head of Cout. He's going to snap it right into a drive cradle. He's going to take Cout to his back, maybe. Cout's doing a nice job keeping his belly down. And I'll tell you what, Zach Kurt has this locked up tight. He's going to try to throw Cout to his back. And Jamie, you can see right there, Zach Kurt's having trouble turning this because he's got his lock too far down by the knee of Cout instead of up under that chin where it belongs.
Yeah, and the right arm of Cout is out, and he's not able to turn him over because he's trying to bring him back on top of himself, which could get him in trouble here.
And he pulled Grady Cout on top of him, and Cout rolled through, and Cout's going to pick up a 1-point escape. And now our score is 4-1. So Grady Count's in good position here if he can pick up a 2-point takedown with under a minute to go in this second period. Neutral position. There's a long shot by Count. He doesn't set it up. He takes a long shot, tries to set up a double leg. Kurt does a nice job with a down block and stuffing Count. Back to neutral we go. They're going to go to the center of the mat. Back and forth. Not a whole lot of action. Now sweep single by Kurt, and he's got Count sitting on his backside. Kurt's going to cover Count for a 2-point takedown. Now a half Nelson attempt by Kurt. He's got a chicken wing on the left side locked up. Let's see if we can turn this into a pinning combination. We are under 10 seconds, and we're going to get a
stalemate. His headgear come down over his throat.
So we're going to stop the match here.
8 seconds left.
Zach Kurt had that inside wrist rolled out to a bar arm. And I'm thinking Grady Count is kind of fortunate enough to get the whistle to stop that. Zach Kurt might have slapped him right on his back. There's a short sit turn in by Count. He's going to try to score. He's got to pull his head out. He's going to just miss that 1 point as Kurt was hanging on for dear life. It's going to be Kurt's choice to start the third period, and he's going to take neutral.
6-1 our score here in favor of Kurt.
Coach Bridgewater taking a peek there and telling his youngster here to keep working the head. And there's a tap and go by Count, but he stops again. There's a drive cradle by Kurt. He's going to pick up the 2. He's going to pick up some back points, but Zach Kurt is in terrible position, Jamie. But he's going to pick up the back points off of it. I don't think I've ever seen a drive cradle where the wrestler has pulled his opponent on top of him and then rolled through. He's going to pick up the 3 near fall, but I guess whatever works. That was kind of ugly, but he picked up the 3-point near fall. Was not going to get the fall out of it, but he picked up the 3-point near fall. So now he goes up 11-1. So working on a major decision is Zach Kurt, and we're going to get stalling
on
Kurt for riding parallel. That's a good call. That's going to give Count a restart. And Zach Kurt takes a look over to Coach Andrews there, and Coach Andrews says, hey, you got to get off to the side. And we're going to get a caution now against Kurt. Went to a far knee, far ankle, but started just a little bit too soon. Now goes to the tight waist, far ankle, sit out, turn in by Count. Boy, right there, Kurt could latch onto that chicken wing right there, Jamie, and tighten it up. He missed it. But that's a good thing for Grady Count as he works that right arm forward. Kurt now trying to work that half Nelson as he stuffs the head of Grady Count. We are under a minute, third period. And Zach Kurt is up 11-1. Sit out, turn in again by Count. And he doesn't work any hand control. Nice sit out, but you got to work a little hand control there so you get your hips free. And I'm sure Coach Bridgewater there taking some notes, telling this young freshman here to keep your head up as Zach Kurt's trying to slap a half Nelson on, power half Nelson out by Kurt. As Grady Count looks away from it. Tell you what, Jamie, if Zach Kurt was good at half Nelsons and wings, Grady Count would have been in trouble a long time ago here. Count's got to keep those arms forward and those elbows in. And that's going to do it. It's going to be 11-1 major decision for Zach Kurt. And the Cascade Cougars will improve their lead to 16-4.
4 takedowns there by Kurt that time, and he, but like you said, many opportunities on his feet many opportunities while he was for Count on his feet, just to take Kurt down. And then Kurt, when he did get the takedowns, he had opportunities to turn him to his back. That half Nelson was staring right at him there as Coach Bridgewater.
We'll see if we've got a lineup discrepancy here. Coach Bridgewater is going to the table and talking to our officials. And I'm not sure what they're talking about. Grady Count is still in the center of the mat. Coach Bridgewater told him to stay there. Again, we're at weight class 160. And Coach Andrews over to Coach Bridgewater. And I'm not sure what the discrepancy was right there, but I think they're calling it legal there, Jamie.
Very quiet in here all of a sudden.
It's quiet as a mouse here. You can hear a pin drop. I'm telling you what, we got our headsets on.
We're going to move up to 170.
Well, we're going to see if the senior from North Linn, he's going to go 2-0 on the night. And he's going to pick up a forfeit. For Dakota Lopez, he's going to pick up a forfeit at 170. That's going to make the score 16-10.
Looks like each team just going to pick up some points here, as Lapata's going to win by forfeit.
Weight class 182, 195, and 220.
Guessing they're going to move. They're going to move Lawrence up from Cascade up to 82, and then we'll probably still have a double forfeit at 95.
And we got a forfeit. Cascade will take a forfeit at 220. As that's going to be Austin Van Gordon or Ashton Van Gordon. At 220, we'll take a forfeit. Well, Jamie, North Linn had some their linemen on their football team. They had some great size. All those guys must be playing basketball. Okay, I don't understand why you can't fill 195, 182, 195, and 220 after looking at the line and the linebackers on that North Linn Lynx, that playoff football team. But Coach Bridgewater has some openings there. So that is tough. Cascade takes a 22-10 lead now going into 285.
It'll be 28.
All right. Well, that's going to take us to 285, and for Cascade, we got Paige Delarme. He's a freshman at 285.
Payne
Delarme. Thank you, Payne Delarme. Payne Delarme. He's a big freshman, Jamie.
Yes, he is.
He's a big freshman for those Cougars. Taking on Kyler Schott. We'll see if Schott had a dose of Pepto-Bismol between matches. Here's Sufferman. He's got a half Nelson. Schott snaps Delarme down, slaps a half Nelson. This could be a quick fall right here, Jamie. There's the fall.
37.
I'll tell you what, that was the Kyler Schott that we've become familiar with in a short year and a half. That was a nice snap down, snapped him right into that front headlock, threw him off to the side, slapped a half Nelson, then threw him to his back and made short work of the freshman from Cascade. We're going to go to 106, and that's going to be a double forfeit. And we're going to go to 113, where Cascade has Sam Martin in the lineup. He's a junior, and we'll see if Cascade. We'll see what's going to happen here. Double forfeit. And now it's either going to be Trevor Cherry. Going to be Trevor Cherry at 113, taking on Sam Martin. And Henderson will pick up a forfeit at 120, I believe. Jamie, we've only got 2 matches left, according to my count here. So we haven't seen Trevor Cherry. This will be his first match of the night. She's taking on Sam Martin, and Martin is a junior. Cherry for North Linn is a freshman. Again, North Linn very young. North Linn throwing a lot of freshmen into the lineup last year. Those freshmen are now sophomores. And Coach Bridgewater, again, very patient, trying to get those sophomores molded into the type of wrestlers that North Linn is well known for, and that is rock solid, hard-nosed, very competitive, and very well-conditioned wrestlers. And Jamie, that might be another 3 weeks away or so. Looking ahead, 3 short weeks from Saturday is conference tournaments for everybody. So this thing's going to come in a hurry.
It'll be here before we know it, that's for sure. It seems like we say that every year when we have our first meet in January. But I tell you what, a lot of wrestling to be done there. It'll go quick, but we're going to see a lot of good wrestling, as are all these kids here tonight. They're going to see some good wrestling here from here on. From now until the sectional and district tournaments. You've got your conference tournaments coming up, and they're going to face some good kids here in the next few weeks.
Well, you're exactly right there. We're in neutral position here. Martin and Cherry, no shots yet. Both wrestlers are in neutral position doing some hand fighting. Martin now has a 2-on-1 sweep single. Cherry does a nice job moving his feet now. High crotch by Sam Martin in deep. Cuts across the double. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Stays with the leg turn. Goes to cross face to far shoulder. Blocks off Cherry. Now he's going to pick up a 1,001 count. No back points as Martin let the cross face go. If he'd have kept the cross face in a far arm, I think he'd have had easy back points there. But Trevor Cherry doing a nice job going belly down and wiping off that cross face to far shoulder. And now Martin up on top with a hard chop, a tight waist with the right, chop with the left, going double inside wrist. And Cherry rolls the right wrist out, but Martin stays with the tight waist, and the now goes to a ball and chain on the left, and almost has Cherry stacked up. Coach Bridgewater yelling, keeping your head up, and that's one of the things that you're going to have to go back to the room and work on, as that's been a common theme tonight for the Lynx wrestlers, the coaching staff telling them to keep their heads up. Cherry's court choice is going to defer over to Martin, and Martin's going to go neutral.
And that's a good decision there by Martin. You know, he got that takedown in that first period and went and picked up, got a takedown, so why not go to, wasn't able to really do anything on top. So go back to where you got your points in the first period.
Well, you're right again there, Jamie. Trevor Cherry's been in position to score some shots, but he just hasn't finished it. And again, that's that freshman. That's that freshman. You know, you get in on the shot, but you got to take that second step, third step, fourth step, and you got to finish it. Nice fireman's carry by Martin as he dumps Cherry on his side, keeps the right arm out of that fireman's. He's working on a butcher as he's got the right shoulder of Trevor Cherry posted. Cherry now faces Martin. Martin's trying to throw Cherry to his back with that butcher. Cherry's doing a nice job posting that right knee. He's got his right knee up now, and that's preventing Martin from dumping him to his back. Martin now is going to grab onto that left knee. Might be a cross-face cradle. He's got it locked up. Let's see if he can dump Cherry to his back. Cherry now trying to break the grip of Martin. Martin's got a cross-face cradle in. And Cascade's having trouble turning those cradles. They've had some cradles locked up, but they've been having trouble turning them the right direction. Trevor Cherry does a nice job now breaking the grip of Martin, and Martin goes back to work with a chop, tight waist, now a deep thigh ride with the right, inside wrist with the left. He's got the left arm of Trevor Cherry tied up. We're under 30 seconds left in the second period. Again, it's 4-0 in favor of the junior from Cascade, Sam Martin. Tight waist chop now by Martin as he's got Cherry back down, inside wrist on the left. He's working that wrist very, very hard, that left wrist.
As Cherry here having a hard time coming up, just 8 seconds left to go in this second period. And that's going to be the way the second period ends. It's 4-0 here in favor of Sam Martin. It'll be Cherry's choice to start the third period here. 28-16 is our dual meet score. Cherry's choice, he's going to choose neutral to start the third period, as Sam Martin with 2 takedowns, 1 in each period so far, has him a 4-0 lead. Here with as we start period number 3. As both wrestlers, again, not a whole lot of action until Martin has decided to take his shots here in the first 2 periods. As Cherry now a fake shot attempt, grabs the right arm of Sam Martin, now an outside single attempt. Now he's going to switch off to a double. They're going to go off the edge of the mat. 1:32 left to go in this third period. 4-0 lead here. Here in the third period. 4-0 in favor of Sam Martin. Here's Sam Martin now in on an outside single. He's going to try to go to a treetop finish here as he's got Cherry's leg up in the air. As still Cherry doing a great job of fighting this off, as Martin's still trying to get this one up in the air, and he's going to drop Cherry down to the mat. Another 2-point takedown, his third of this match, as we're just over a minute left to go in this match. 28-16 is our team score here as Cascade leading North Linn. As now as a ball and chain series here now by Martin, as he's got the inside wrist trying to get the bar arm out on the back. Cherry's going to break that free. Now he builds his base. Coming up to his feet. Got to get hand control here as he's doing a good job of coming up to his feet. Just got to get hand control and break it. And up to his feet again is Cherry, but Martin's going to drive him down to the mat. 32 seconds left to go and a 6-0 lead by Sam Martin. Have another update here as West Delaware leading Solon 6-3 after 3 matches. As in those matches, Coy Russell losing to Nick Bailey 11-4. Brent Lammers with a fall in 1 minute 10 seconds over Michael Klein. As we're up to weight class 220, Cooper Weeks taking on Tanner Weimer. And the Hawks taking on Solon in that last dual meet of the night in Manchester.
And Jamie, that will be a good duel before that night's over. Solon, very tough, and they're thinking this might be the year for them to finish in the top 3 in the WAMAC. But of course, the West Delaware Hawks will have something to say about it as our match winds down 6-0, Jamie.
Yep. And
the whole difference there, Trevor Cherry, a nice match. You got to go back and work on hand control and work on finishing in position. And, he's there. He's close. You're a freshman wrestling a junior, but you're awful close, and that hand control is going to be huge. We're going to see a 4-foot here. Brock Henderson will take a 4-foot at 120. At 126 will be a double 4-foot. And we're going to go up to weight class 132, where we're going to finish this duel. Justin Schaefer.
Well, that's it. He's got to go there.
Justin Schaefer for the Cascade Cougars. Schaefer is a sophomore. And for the Lynx, we're going to see Ethan Hermidko, and he is a sophomore. So this will be the first time we see Hermidko tonight. And we'll see how this match plays out. Hermidko and Schaefer, 2 sophomores going at it here. And right now, Schaefer's got a 2-on-1 Russian tie in Hermidko. Hermidko doing a nice job keeping the head down to the single.
Our team score now 31-22 in favor of Cascade after the forfeit for North Linn and the double forfeit at weight class 126.
So mathematically, North Linn will not win this duel, but they can sure tighten it up. Around the waist goes Schaefer, and he's going to drop to a double as Hermidko tries to find the edge of the mat, does not do it, and Schaefer's going to pick up a 2-point takedown here. So all that was right there was Justin Schaefer for the Cougars staying with the shot. And Jamie, the Lynx have some work to do on their feet, and they've got some work to do down, especially as Schaefer works that inside wrist out on the left side to a bar, and he's going to try to set up a Haspin, try to set up that Farmer, and he's going to throw Hermidko to his back, and this could be a foul for the Cougars, and this duel meet could be over as our referee is down looking. Plenty of time left on the clock. There's the fall. 57 seconds. Schaefer is going to win by a fall, and that's going to close this duel out. And we're going to take a short break here. Jamie will have his stats tallied up for us, and we'll recap this meet here. Then we're going to hit the road because the weather is worsening outside. So let's take a short break. Stay with us. We've got a recap for you on wrestling, area wrestling tonight at North Linn. We've been listening to Hold by Hold action on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply, free checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you.
My wife was concerned because they pulled the plows off.
At one of our 7 locations, or online at CSC.
Probably not doing any good.
Community Savings Bank.
West Delaware is now losing 21-12.
On the greater east end of Manchester has
Where did they get 12? Oh, Brad Roush got a fall.
a full-service department, body
Major decisions. 1 for North Linn.
vehicles online.
1 for.
That's auto sales.
All right, Janelle, we'll take it back.
Customer satisfaction is their number one.
I guess we could talk to Bridgewater if he wants.
You may not wear glasses or contacts.
Seems like he's getting
I don't
out of
think
here,
he
though.
wants.
Or if your eyes are healthy.
No,
Be proactive and get your eyes examined.
that's fine.
Pete Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-962
That's Larry Henderson.
to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Starmont 2-hour delay tomorrow.
And welcome back in to North Linn High School as we wrap up the two duels we did here tonight, as the Northland Lynx go 1-1 on the night as they defeated Durant 42-12 before falling to Cascade 37-22, the final in our last duel there. As we started at weight class, that dual meet lasted just under 40 minutes, excuse me. As started this duel at 138 pounds, we saw Kane Hoffman from Cascade winning by forfeit 6-0, our team score. Then it was Ethan Roush from North Linn picking up a 14-5 major decision. That made it 6-4 in favor of Cascade. At 152, Alex Waskow losing by fall to Brian Baldwin in 4 minutes and 13 seconds. That made it 12-4. At 160, it was an 11-1 major decision for Zach Kurt over Grady Kaut from North Linn. That made it 16-4. Dakota Lapata picked up a forfeit for North Linn at 170 pounds. Austin Lawrence picking up a forfeit at 182. We had a double forfeit at 195. 220, it was Ashton Van Gordon from Cascade picking up a forfeit. That made it 28-10 Cascade. At heavyweight, it was Kyler Schott with a fall in 37 seconds over Payne DeCarm, making it 28-16. A double forfeit at 106 pounds and moved us up to weight class 113, where we saw Sam Martin with 3 takedowns, and that's all he needed. It's 6-0 win over Trevor Cherry from North Linn. And at 120, Brock Henderson picking up a forfeit for the Lynx. That made it 31-22. A double forfeit at 126 pounds. And our final match of the night, 132, Justin Schaefer of Cascade with a fall over Ethan Romidko of North Linn in 57 seconds, making our final team score 37-22. Some match totals in the matches that we had as 9 takedowns for Cascade, 5 for North Linn. Each team had 1 major decision, 2 falls for Cascade, 1 for North Linn, and Cascade wins 7 matches, and North Linn winning 4 of those matches. Final team score 37-22, the final, as North Linn again going 1-1 on the night as they go 42-12. They defeated Durant, lost 37-22 against Cascade. Quick update for you as West Delaware is trailing Solon 21-18 as that one started at weight class 182. Coy Russell losing 11-4 major decision to Nick Bailey. Brent Lammers with a fall over Michael Klein in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Tanner Weimer of Solon with a fall over Cooper Weeks in 2:25. Logan Linderbaum, the big heavyweight for Solon, with a fall over Caleb Zeeser in 57 seconds. It was Christian Haight from Solon with a fall over Ben Litter in 1 minute and 7 seconds. Brad Roush from West Delaware at 113 with a fall over Jaden Owen of Solon in 57 seconds. Then it was Cole Engel with a fall over Ben Carr of Solon in 2 minutes and 56 seconds, as it's pinned or be pinned there in Manchester in that second duel for the Hawks as they're taking on Solon, trailing 21-18. Our first score of the night, West Delaware defeated Central DeWitt 56-12 as the Iowa men's basketball team losing 75-61 tonight against Michigan State right now. Another update here as Logan Riley should have a score for Logan Riley as that match is over. Owen Ward coming up against Trevor Yard. That'll be a great matchup. And a couple good matchups coming up here.
Oh, Jamie, I'll tell you what, Logan Riley and Louis Ganida, that's one that you could pay to see right there. And Trevor Yard and Owen Ward going to go at it, and then Bennett Cole and Cole Fritz. So I'll tell you what, that match is that duel meet's a long way from being over.
Yeah, don't have a score. It jumped over Logan Riley's match with Louis Ganida, so I'm not sure if that's over already or what the deal is there. But West Delaware trailing 21-12. They changed the scores for some reason, so not sure if they're off a little bit or what the deal is there. But we'll get you up to date. We'll have that score for you tomorrow on the Sports on KMCH. So that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight. I'd like to thank the sponsors of KMCH Radio for providing us this wrestling coverage. As Saturday, you can join us from the from Benton Community, as we'll have that tournament for you, the Jerry Eckenrod Invitational. And of course, tomorrow night we have basketball for you as West Delaware girls are at Anamosa 7:30 with John Swisher and Corey Coates with the call on that one. John Swisher's going to have to get back into basketball mode. I hope he doesn't call any takedowns in the basketball game tomorrow, as he's all tuned up on wrestling now after tonight.
I'm going to listen for chicken wing tomorrow, Jamie. I'm going to tune in, and I'm just going to wait for Swish.